$100,000 per Bitcoin in 2021. Yes, that is the high probability outcome. And if you want to find out how, hit the like button, subscribe, hit the bell notification, because I want to bring this daily wisdom to you. And if you're wondering who I am, I'm Jagir. I'm the award-winning author of The Extraordinary New Venture Capital Opportunity, How to Invest Like a Pro. I've been trading currencies for over 15 years, and I want to bring that knowledge and wisdom to you in the crypto markets. I was also featured in the best-selling book, High Probability Trading Strategies, back in 2008. And if you haven't taken my free crypto trading masterclass, it's in the link below, because we cover Elliott Wave theory, and that's how we're going to see how and why is Bitcoin likely to hit $100,000 in 2021. But we're going to look at the short term, like right now, and then the longer term, 3 to 6 months, and maybe even beyond. So let's jump into the chart. So what we're looking at right now, there's a lot of information, right? A lot of information. So I'm just going to delete it all for you so we can have a really clear outlook. So let's just click delete, and then we've got a really clean chart. So what we're seeing immediately down here, right? Down here, what I'm pointing at is this amazing move up to the upside. I say amazing. In the grand scheme of things, it's tiny. But if we look at this wave down, all the way down, and these moves here, and these individual waves, this and this especially is the biggest wave in comparison to these. And that's something called an overbalance in price and time. So let's just quickly dive in, because I want to give you the short-term picture first, and then let's just zoom back out and look at what's likely to happen on the macro scale. So let's just go into I'm going to bring these things back because I need them for later. Oh, and the other thing, what we want to be mindful of in the next week, 5 to 10 days, 5 to 7 days, give or take, is the momentum indicators are overbought, right? This is on the daily chart. What does that mean? It means the upside should be limited for the next 3 to 5 days, and we should expect a bit of a pullback before we see new highs being made in this region. So now let's just dive into a 1 hour chart, right? 1 hour chart. So I'm just going to get rid of this indicator for a second, and let's just zoom this price out. Right, so what we've made here the last few days is a nice move up, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of this move up, and then this A, B, C correction, and it looks like we're on this wave 3. But a wave 3 typically breaks down into a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of a 1 of a wave 3, a pullback, and then we should see a wave 3 of a 3, and that's where the excitement comes into the market. And if it unfolds that way, we should see a lot of positivity coming into the price action. But yeah, you said $100,000 per Bitcoin. How's that? Well, let's have a look. So let's now dive into the macro picture, right? So we're going to go into the weekly chart. Let's just get rid of these. These are old drawings. We won't get rid of these, but we're going to get rid of this. What I'm going to show you now is the macro, right? So we've got this wave count of a 1, 2. This, by the way, down here, just so you're clear, is January 2019, and up here is April 2021. So this is like the macro picture that we're looking at, and what we're seeing unfold potentially is a bigger degree wave 3, right? And then we've got this nice wave 1, wave 2, a wave 1, 2, 3 of a wave 3. We're making some type of correction now as a wave 4, and then we're going to anticipate a wave 5 after that wave 4. So now we're going to focus just on this bit here. So we're going to need to do two things so I can give you this projection on how and why are we likely to hit $100,000 per Bitcoin in 2021. Well, if this is a 1, 2, 3 and we're making this wave 4, we're anticipating that the wave 4 will unfold in this region, some type of A, B, C. So let's just say the wave 4 did unfold here, right? Let's just say it did unfold perfectly, textbook style, and the wave 4 was here. Let's just go by this low over here. So wave 4 and this wave C, let's just say it was here. Right now we can make some projections. Now look, this is total speculation, right? Total speculation. But if the market does unfold like this is what we're going to be doing in a few months' time if the data unfolds. So let me just make it really clear. Let me make this clear. So we've got this wave A that's happening now. We believe that's complete. We should be seeing this wave B, which tends to happen in the A, B, C type correction. And then we should anticipate a third move down to finish off the wave 4. That's what I'm seeing anyway. And let's just do this one projection. It's a very powerful projection. It's a Fibonacci number, and it's called the trend-based fib extensions. We're going to measure this wave 1 low of this whole wave 3. this low down here. We're going to measure this wave 3 high. That's not what I'm looking for. It's got the wrong thing. There you go. I want this low. Let me get this magnet on. This low bump. And we want this high bump. And we're going to, we're total speculating on this wave 4, right? Let's just say this was a wave 4 down here. And we're going to go with this low and just go here, right? But the number that we want, the two projections, is actually 62% of the wave 1 to the wave 3 high projected from a wave 4 low. And then the typical maximum of a wave 3 will probably overextend, by the way, but is 100%. So now let's look at those two numbers. Where the heck are those two numbers? So the 62% is $67,000. So that's highly probable. But then the next one is $90,000 per Bitcoin. But what typically happens in the crypto markets is a wave 5 blow off. Now, what does that mean? In the commodity markets, because it's seasonal, towards the end of a season, you have panic buying and people buy contracts and the price just goes through the roof. And wave 5 tends to be the overextended wave. And I've noticed the pattern with Bitcoin, with crypto, it seems to be very similar. There's a lot of panic buying towards the end. So even though if this is a wave 4 and we'll see some type of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 as a minimum, likely we'll probably go here, but actually likely we'll overextend. And if we overextend, you'll see just a slight overextension will give us $100,000 per Bitcoin. Is it going to go much higher? Who knows, right? But we want to be in the market. And when you're buying and selling cryptocurrency, what is best practice is ideally don't just sell at a fixed point. If you can have a stop loss or even it's called a psychological stop loss. You can put in like price orders and say, if the market goes below this point, then I'm going to sell. Because if it does overextend, you want to just be almost following that stop loss, because the trend is your friend. You want to ride it until its end, until it hits its bend. So now you've seen a case, not even a use case, a scenario where Bitcoin could potentially 100,000. But keep in mind, the reality check is this. We are in this zone here. We need to exceed this wave 3 high, and we've got some work to do. Bitcoin's got some work to do before we see this, because we are right now at a really crucial stage on it's showing strength, but this is a weekly chart. The momentum is on the upside, so we should see 2, 3, 4, 6, maybe even 12 weeks of upside movement. But the daily is overbought, which means we should see maybe a bit of a pullback. So a lot of people will panic with those pullbacks, but once we see a bit more confidence and we start exceeding these intermediate numbers, then it brings a lot of optimism to the market. So there you have it. A scenario where 100,000 plus for Bitcoin is relatively realistic, as long as we can get over this zone down here. And as the market unfolds, I will keep you posted. So let's finish with the quote of the day. I got a quote of the day. I've planned this one today. It's from chapter 4 from my book. It says, so the chapter is called Don't Buy Into Your Circumstances. But the quote is from Benjamin Franklin. He who is good for making excuses is seldom good for anything else. If you like today's video, like, subscribe, hit the bell notification, take my free crypto trading masterclass, because we cover Elliott Wave theory as one of the 3 secrets. See you soon.